Welcome to a Chart Nerd technical analysis video. Today we will be discussing the likes of VELO on its weekly time frame. Now before I start, this video is not financial advice and is all for educational and entertainment purposes only. However, I hope you do enjoy the content. Now looking at VELO here on the weekly time frame, we have seen some really bullish signals over the past few weeks. So the bullish cross on the weekly 20 and 55 EMA is a fantastic sign. Again, it's the first in VELO's history to form, and we are seeing over this past sort of 5 to 6 weeks this really nice impulsive move. So from our 0.01 wick low that we had back here in early November, we are currently up around 114%, sitting at 0.022. So fantastic signs off of this bullish cross, which I have said in the past, when these signals form, guys, they are ultimately some of the biggest and best signals that you can look for in a chart. And again, the first sort of bull run we're going through for VELO, the first macro bull cross, is a really good sign. And the fact that we've had this sort of impulsive move for the past few weeks is really starting to confirm that we are looking for this sort of large breakout for VELO over the next few months. Now again, nothing that I say is financial advice, but we're seeing some really other good signs here that I wanted to point out. And one is this key level of resistance at 0.018. These candle closes here on the weekly from early September. We needed to see last week the close above, and we got that close. We actually had a pullback, you can see here, to 0.018 to hold as support, and now we're seeing the impulsive break up above here for VELO. Now whilst reclaiming this resistance, if we get our ascending support line on that we was monitoring for VELO, what we've actually got here underneath this May high from 2024, where we was at 0.028, which is, you can see where we're trying to get back to. We have actually formed some sort of ascending triangle here, because we've got these two lows on our 0.007 double bottom. We've got the recent touch on our 0.01 where we had the candle closes above on the 4th of November, and then we've got this resistance at 0.018 on the closes that we needed to see a break above. So you can see we've got this low, this high, this higher low, and now we've broke the level of resistance that we needed to reclaim. So this target of the ascending triangle pattern here that I wanted to measure actually sits at, if we go from the neckline to support where we've actually broke out, this target sits at 0.044 roughly. Now there's some confluence with this breakout and this target, because if we get a fib on from our 0.007 lows, retracing back to our 0.28 high, you'll notice that 0.042/3 is the 1272 fib extension target. Now, in order to see this met, what we need to see VELO do here is obviously reclaim this 2.8 high. Now, good signs are we've broken out of the resistance prior to this high. So we had this lower high here from 0.028, this 0.018 high. We've broken that and reclaimed it now. So we've taken out this level of resistance, which is fantastic. So the next level of resistance to reclaim is ultimately the May high at 0.028. Now, again, just the fact that we've broken out of these higher lows, okay, we've got the golden bullish cross. We've reclaimed key resistance at 0.016. We've reclaimed that as well, the 0.618 fib. This was a resistance level. We've reclaimed that, and we've also seen the break of 0.02 now, and our local resistance. So very good signs for VELO, and I think this is where it's actually trying to get to over the next couple of weeks. And what might validate this especially is the break of the 1 fib and this local high here. But I do think over the next couple of weeks, this is essentially where VELO's trying to get to 0.028. There's actually one more area that might act as resistance on the way up to this target, guys, if we do see a short-term pullback. And this might actually be the 0.786, which I think is where VELO's sort of maybe at now, actually. Let's have a look. So actually, we've reclaimed that. So the 0.786 sits at 0.021. So this might act as a level of support moving forward if we do see a level any sort of resistance. So if we do come up, let's say, to these candle closes, so you see these prior candle closes, they was at 0.023. So if we do sort of run up to 2.3 and see resistance, maybe we could come back down to 2.1, consolidate for a week or something, and then look for the breakout to continue here. That could be the case. But if we fail to close above the 0.786 this week, I wouldn't be too concerned, because we've got these prior closes now at 0.018, which was resistance that could act as support also. So if we do see any sort of pullback in the coming weeks, I will monitor it and give support targets if it does come. But I do think the general direction now, again, because we've broken out of that ascending triangle, because we've also broken out of the 7-month symmetrical triangle that we was monitoring. So we had this 7-month symmetrical triangle that we've been looking at for a very long time. It's not on there perfect, but you get the gist if you've been following my videos. We've broken out of that resistance. We've reclaimed the 0618. We're above the 786 as it stands. So I think the 1 fib is where we're trying to get to right now. If we can see the close above 0.021 this week, I think it would give more confirmation that we are looking for this 0.028 high pretty soon. And that would be a rough 30% move back up to that target. And then if we break the 1 fib, I think essentially where we're trying to get to, which is the ascending triangle target, is 0.042 and would be a 90% move from current prices. So we've got a lot to watch out for. Again, just closing above and maintaining above this 0.018 closes of early September is a fantastic sign. The fact that we've broken above that, we've held it as support on a retest, and we're bouncing off of that, it does kind of give the indication to me that we're trying to get to this high. Again, you've got the target of this ascending triangle, which sits at 0.04 and is the 1272 fib extension, which I've gone over already with you guys, which is the 1272 fib extension breakout for this target. So what we need to see is just this local high retested and a break of that to validate, I think, 0.04 coming potentially in the next few weeks, guys. So nothing that I say is financial advice. I will monitor more moving forward. I hope you've enjoyed the content. From Chart Nerd TA, take care. Peace out.